Ruckus Wireless has really made wireless meshing enterprise grade by solving several issues. The first one is ease of use. With the other access points, there's significant configuration to be had. With Ruckus, you check a box in the web UI, and then the mesh will form automatically. There's really nothing else you need to do. The second problem that we solve is having reliable connections between the root access points and the mesh access points. The problem is without that reliable connection, really you have no mesh network. So with the BeamFlex smart antenna technology built into each and every one of our access points, we actually form what's like a wire between the air because we can control the antenna pattern on both the root access point and the mesh access point. This gives us a solid connection. And if anything changes in the air with interference or dynamic environment changes, our antenna is able to change patterns really on a packet per packet basis, giving you rock solid reliability. So at the end of the day, with the Ruckus system, it's easy to use and it works very reliably. Ruckus Wireless has done several things to make wireless meshing truly viable in the enterprise. The first one of these is making it easy to configure. With other access points, you'll often need to configure each access point individually, as well as the static mesh routes between the root access points and the mesh access points. With Ruckus, you check a box in the web UI and the entire mesh forms automatically. It's truly self-forming and self-healing. So if any one of those access points goes down, the mesh remains resilient. The other problem that Ruckus Wireless solves is making the system reliable. Without a reliable backbone between the mesh access point and the root access point, there's really no point in having a mesh solution. So what do we do that's different? Well, we have our BeamFlex smart antenna technology on both sides, root access points and our mesh access points. We will actually steer the beam in between these access points to create a reliable wire throughout the air. And this results in extended range and higher throughput. And if there's any interference, such as cordless phones or maybe the environment changing with doors moving in or out or opening or shutting, we will actually change our antenna patterns on both sides to compensate for that. This results in extended range, which means instead of having 2 or 3 hops, where the competition requires with their omnidirectional antennas, with the Ruckus access points, with the BeamFlex antenna, we can get by with just 1 hop in those locations.